Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Nice
And everything in
Roundtable
between. Don't
episode.
forget, we got to be inclusive in this nonsense.
All right. Who wants to start?
Hello, boys and girls and binary people.
Welcome to the Knights of the Round Table. This is episode 2. As we know, we have just finished. We just finished the first our first episode depth review, which should be uploaded and released before this right now we have Valhalla, Lux, somebody, and me, the Clue. Right now we are this we can this might be a little bit shorter than usual because of deck review. Deck review will not be coming releasing before the podcast because ideally that by itself is gonna take a minute because we tend to go into detail, and plus we are most likely gonna do on future tense, do one deck instead of two, and test it out on DPO or freaking what's the name of the thing? Or Project Drazel. So we're gonna have both decks tested out on a later episode where we're gonna have it ready. Like we're gonna do it as we have been doing uncut on. So everything's gonna be one shot. We're not gonna be trying to edit out any mistakes. Uh, so Lux had gave us in the last episode to pick our 5 rogues gallery.
Yes, each member of the Royal Knights will pick has their own rogues gallery of 5 villains across the multiverse of Marvel and DC, and the members of the Round Table will each pick the power for that individual member. For
Lux has
example,
given us.
we
We're
have
gonna use what
somebody
power we
one
give
has to
our.
give the power to Clue.
So I'm choosing to
So
my rogues gallery or who I give
first
who.
your rogue, first your rogues gallery.
All right. So I chose as my arch enemy Lex Luthor. Reason I chose Lex Luthor as my enemy is because he's a annoying piece of shit who just be angry at people for no reason, especially Superman.
Yeah, yeah.
Look, I am a Batman fan. I am a Batman fan through and through. That's no question. But the reason
You
I
mean
can't
you're a
choose the
Red
Joker,
Hood fan? That's different.
huh? I'm a,
You
I,
mean a Red Hood fan?
no, I'm
That's
a
different.
Batman fan through and through. I've watched every Batman movie in theaters that I've been born for. I've seen every Batman movie, every Batman cartoon, every Batman video game that has I've been able to play. So I will say this, and I say this very nicely. I cannot deal with the Joker. He is too much of gonna fuck with my mental state. I might join him because might break me. So I'm gonna go with Lex Luthor. As much as people say, "Well, about the money," I'm more scared of that clown than I am of freaking man with a fucking a power freaking problem. Uh, my other 2 villains will be Riddler and Clayface.
So Clayface is considered to be your villain of the week.
No, Riddler is my villain of the week. Clayface is that secondary villain that you know that is difficult. And the reason I chose Clayface is I feel like he's not really represented as much. He's seen in current media, but I remember the Batman the animated series and the Batman 2006, and I really enjoyed how they both represent the Clayface very well. And then besides the Arkham games, so I don't want. Yes, they made him a joke in and Harley Quinn, but I felt that was good for that media. But under the Creature Commandos, I wasn't a big fan of that version of Clayface. It was a good version of Clayface, but I didn't feel like it was the best version of Clayface. And I do feel like he's underwhelmed at times. My last two villains now will be Cersei's from Wonder Woman's villain, just because you gotta have a magical bad guy. And then the last one, I just chose this one. I don't know why, but I say Captain Cold
Ah,
because I felt like if anything, he would be the villain that I know who'll be. Then if he's not really a villain, but he is an anti-hero, but he is if somebody you know you'll team up with to save the city. I'm done. Lux.
hmm. Now we have your rogues gallery. Who now can somebody tell me what is the crew's power? And then we'll discuss whether he can handle these guys with the power that has been given to him.
Power of luck.
Who? I'm
All right,
Clue.
hello Domino. Good luck, buddy.
Oh wait, I'm. Oh, you said luck. I thought you said luck. Oh,
And what
that's
you thought
not
you
a
said the power of
superpower.
love? This ain't stop Pilgrim.
That's not a superpower.
What do you mean? Domino basically live off of her luck power alone. That's a power.
No, luck is not a power, and that's how you
It is
reference
too.
Deadpool 2, gentlemen. All jokes. I did not expect to have Domino's power. That's a little surprising. That okay? So honestly, yeah, it's not surprising. All right, who's next, Lux?
All
Okay,
right.
aren't you guys supposed to discuss? Am I able to beat
The
my
next
Rose Gallery
person.
with luck?
The next person will be somebody once.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, to be fair,
Actually,
I thought
before we start, I must ask. With the power of luck, do you think Clue can handle his rogues gallery? It's
yeah,
not like I'm building
sure.
anyone's stat lines, but hypothetically speaking.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Batman dealt with some of these villains without any powers at all. So I'm sure with the ability of luck, it should be fine.
Valhalla. Do you think I can beat my Rose Gallery with luck as my power?
If he has the ability to fight, just give him a baseball bat. I'm sure he'll handle at least the Riddler.
All right. Somebody, it's time for your Rogues Gallery.
Now, to be fair,
Don't tell me you weren't paying
Kiwi,
attention to this assignment.
to be fair, I thought it would be a little more broad than just Marvel and DC. But I mean, I have a few more answers. I have a list. I have a list.
Oh, I wanted to
Uh,
use DC and Marvel since the last episode, if it ever gets posted.
It is posted. Is already
Well,
out.
cool. It's posted, so I wanted to use that because it was originally posted. So just to bash things up a bit.
Okay, for those who weren't questioning why everything's coming out the same day, I by mistake uploaded it to the wrong channel. It is deleted off the other channel, and it's been uploaded back to the main channel. I didn't mess up on that. That was my fault, and it it happens. At least we know that I didn't. At least I didn't delete the video once it was over. I kept it for a week. So I because I was waiting for this to be uploaded, and I this the reason I have this other channel is because sometimes if I cannot see it on my thing as it's visible for everyone else to see. All right, somebody, where's your list? Sorry about that. Had to defend myself a little bit.
Alright, let me know when I can start.
You can start.
Alright, return to my arch nemesis. So, for the first villain I left to pick, I would have to pick Kingpin.
He's your arch enemy.
Yeah.
This man woke up and chose violence today.
Yeah, I'm I'm shocked. Not.
And what's the other four?
And then after Kingpin, I will choose Mad Hatter.
Mad Hatter?
Mad Hatter.
Huh?
Mad Hunter.
I
You know,
this man really did choose violence.
he has a very unique gallery.
Unique. This man
Uh,
chose violence for his first two. And I hope Mad Hatter's not your villain of the week.
no,
Oh, thank God.
no,
Because I don't know where your city you be in, but if Mad Hatter was your villain of the week, rent is gonna be
no,
cheap, cheap.
no. Then the next villain I'll choose Mystique.
Oh
He's not
my
only
God.
chosen violence, but he's messed. His entire gallery is already a headache to deal with if they're in the
His
same
entire
city.
gallery is a CIA list. The most wanted of most wanted people. He didn't choose easy mode.
Crisis.
Yeah, he did choose crisis.
And then the villain that I can see myself teaming up with every now and then. Black Cat.
I don't think Black Cat's a villain. Catwoman, you could have considered her a villain, but I think Black Cat is a anti-hero. Yeah, I don't even think
I
she's
mean,
a villain.
same with Catwoman.
No, she did petty theft, but she was really never a villain. She really, unless you count against Otto. Otto, no, older Catwoman was more of a villain. Newer Catwoman is more of an anti-hero, like
Right.
Red Hood.
I mean that, but she started all that like whatever
No,
villain.
actually,
I mean,
no, because Catwoman, Black Cat was literally just Catwoman. So when Black Cat, I felt like when Black Cat was introduced, and this, mind you, I've seen this as more of she was already introduced way after I was way before I was born. But she was a thief like Catwoman, but difference is she was directly fucking Spider Man. where Catwoman didn't fuck Spider-Man until much, much later.
You mean Batman?
Yeah. Either
You're
way.
thinking of a different cat. You're thinking cat, black cat, not black,
Yeah, so I
not
want to
cat
say a
woman.
Black Cat. I feel like Black Cat is not. She's always been that. I always say she's always been that. That grayish.
The most. I
She's
think that's
not.
why
She's a
he
criminal, but
said
not a villain.
the person he would work with now and again.
But
Meaning,
she
if
isn't a
their
villain. She
ideals
isn't somebody you're
align
thinking like,
somewhere.
oh, I have to take her to the raft. Oh, I gotta take her to Arkham or Blackgate. Whereas like you would say like, oh, if you were gonna say Harley Quinn or Catwoman, yeah, they started off as villains. The only time, if you want to consider the one time she was truly a villain, because she was head of the freaking head of the underground freaking NYC's underground under Otto's freaking controlling Peter's body, fine. But I feel like that's such a stretch. And even if Pete was there, he
Which
would
he's
have been
not.
able to say like, okay, and they would have worked more together. Where when she came and fought Pete after Otto left his body, and he told her what happened, she
Okay.
was like,
If
okay,
the time, if
my
I
bad.
choose the right Black Cat from the right particular period of time, then I can see myself working with her. So let's imagine her as a villain because, out of all purposes, that's how she started out.
But she wasn't a villain. She never started off as a villain. She started off as a criminal. What?
Okay, so let's go with a what if scenario. Welcome to the realm of what if.
All right.
Now he's a
Thank you.
villain. It's now somebody's rogues gallery. He's already dealing with a bunch of heavy hitters. Maybe because of the kingpin that she turned to a life of crime.
All right.
We gotta. I
Look,
forget when it comes to hero talk. Clue will be judge, jury, and gosh darn executioner. And I said this from like this is one of
I
them
had to prove
days.
a point that Red
This
Hood
would have
could beat
if this
up
was a
Batman
M type deal, I'd be allowed to
to
drink during these sessions.
three
But nope,
people, and
that day's
I
over.
had somebody I think was on my side, or he was against me, and I had to bring out that proof. And when I brought that proof, everybody was like, why does he do it? Because it's not Red Hood doesn't need to. So me and somebody has had this thing since we had first met. Hence, we can go
That is
hours on
true.
this.
That is true. We have our disagreement with superhero things before. That is funny.
Oh,
Yeah, it is entertaining.
quick side note, we're
So,
gonna say this quick. When he did it, when he was making fun of my ex about Ghost Rider, I was dead ass laughing in the corner, laughing off the couch. Remember that, somebody? Because it was because
yeah,
of Agents of
yeah,
Shield.
that's. I remember it. It's just I don't remember the exact words in that conversation,
I don't
but
either.
I do remember making fun.
All I know is that you were saying something about Ghost Rider, and all I do was laughing because you knew I knew, and I knew you were messing with her too. That's all I remember. All right.
That's it. I think she was talking about like Johnny Blaze at one point. We are getting off topic.
Yeah, let's get back on topic.
Mhm.
Who's your
Let
villain
me
of the
get
week?
the last villain, okay? And you know what? I'm gonna break one rule a little bit, okay? Because I need to put a gag funny character, okay? I want to add this in. I'm sorry, but I just want to be funny. The Box Ghost will be my villain of the week. I am the Box Ghost. Hey, what?
Lux, you have to decide. Is that okay?
Yeah, I never specified where your villain had to come from.
Oh, I thought you said Marvel DC.
He said he
I
prefers
said
Marvel and DC because it's easier
I
to
gave
explain
y'all
to the
examples.
people.
Like you could pick Joker, Riddler, Batman, or and yes, what if Batman was my villain? I'd say, well, I'm throwing hands with Batman.
No, because there are villain versions of Batman in the Dark Multiverse, so that does count.
Like the Batman who laughs.
Batman with
And I say
guns,
that was a
Green
misunderstood
Knight, and Batman.
Batman.
Batwoman, who is who is based on Aquaman but female. Flash, Bruce Wayne. We can continue going on.
The Red Flash,
Yeah.
which is funny.
I was gonna say, isn't Flash already in red?
Okay, no, I forget the name of the freaking thing, but
I,
the
I think
person.
Red Death. No,
Yeah,
not
Red Death.
Red Death.
Red Death. Red Death.
Oh, it's Red Death.
Red Dead
Okay.
Redemption?
No,
Pretty
Red
decent
Death.
game, I would admit.
Red Death.
Especially the sequel.
I remember I was showing him the Valhalla once, and I think his opinion was unfavorable
Which one?
towards
The
TV
CW version
Discovery.
or the DC Death Metals version? Because I understand the CW's version. You kill the TV show and then you try to bring her back as a villain of the as Red Death of a different universe. That didn't make no sense. Try to pick up the freaking popular of DC Death Metal with the. All right. So you said Box Ghost. What is his superpower? Who has his superpower?
He mentally, I believe the word is he telepathy
No, 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 no,
He
uh
no,
has the
no, no.
power to
connected
Who
to
is
manipulate and control boxes.
I know that.
correct.
I'm talking about who is somebody who's giving somebody his superpower.
Oh yeah, that would be Valhalla.
No, you just type it in. What's his superpower? Unless you want to say it real quick and let everyone hear your voice. Invincibility.
Invisibility. Okay, I'll go invisible. Okay,
Ah,
all right.
Damn.
with the power of invisibility, do you now? Is it just him going invisibility, or are we talking Sue Storm invisibility?
That's
I'm curious.
invisibility.
Yeah, what that means? Is it
Depending on
one
how this
piece
plays out.
invisibility or is it Soup Storm invisibility? I just need to know.
It's still
Man has the
invisibility
clear fruit.
because her shield isn't part of her invisibility. That's a whole different power.
Hmm?
I officially have one piece
Let's give him one piece invisibility. I'm okay with that one.
All right, so he has
in
the power of
mind,
the
but I'll
clear
be
fruit.
generous. But I'll be generous. Okay, man.
Nah, I'm going with that one piece invisibility. I vote one piece visibility. Nah.
Alright. So in other words, if I'm going to face these people, I gotta be like Batman, but be more ninja like. Okay.
I think you might. I think you. I don't think. I think you'll have a very much difficult time. I don't. I think you'll. I don't think you'll. You're gonna have a broken bone every week outside of the box goes.
I mean that goes without question, okay?
No, 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 no,
I'm
no.
like,
I mean, you are you. It's you might. You're not gonna finish this shit in 1 week. You're gonna be fighting people for multiple weeks and not finish this shit in 1 day.
man,
The Kingpin alone will take you 2 months by himself.
I mean that's fine. That makes sense, okay? It's my arch nemesis. If your arch nemesis cannot do that,
It takes
cannot
Batman
offer
one
you
night
a
with the
challenge,
Joker.
if he cannot offer you a true challenge, then then I can't. I don't see him as your true arch nemesis.
Dang, you just told freaking Joker that you're not Batman's true arch-nemesis because he can finish you off in one night. Pause. No
You want to
didn't.
know who Batman true arch nemesis is?
The Joker.
Think
Batman's
so?
true arch nemesis is happiness because comic book writers don't want to give it to him.
No, that's Spider-Man's true arch villain. Not the Green
Both
Goblin.
of
No,
them.
just
Happiness.
the writers. It's
Both
just the
of them.
writers.
If you don't know, we are as we. If you don't know, everyone in this podcast do not like Marvel writers at the current moment.
Well, it depends.
Mm,
It depends.
I'm
It depends.
neutral.
It depends on the. It depends in the moment. It
Paul is
depends.
still alive, and Venom hasn't killed him yet. Until I see Paul's dead, I do not care.
I mean, give Venom some time. He might be the one to break the camel's back between Mary Jane and Paul's relationship. That's what I'm banking on. Okay, Venom being that third wheel saying no, get away, Paul.
He's already been doing that. Gotta do it better. All right. It is Valhalla's turn.
Oh wait, I already got my power. Never mind.
I mean, with the power of the clear thing, as canonically stated, you can freely become clear. You become clear, nearly invisible, and so does the objects you have on your person. Your drawback is swimming.
Good thing he didn't choose Killer Shark. 5.
You get 5 villains, and since
And
we have someone who has a
one has to be your
cartoony
main villain,
villain from
and one has to be
Nickelodeon,
your villain of the week.
you are free to go through the multiverse of villains. Valhalla. Heck,
Honestly,
even Kaiba is considered a villain.
I'm still trying to figure out.
Really?
You look. I chose Lex Luthor. Ah, I went a little bit easy. I didn't want to choose Kingpin for a
Remember,
reason.
it's pronounced Luthor. There's a huge difference.
Lex Luthor,
Thank you.
and he isn't the
I'm
comic book nerd.
tempted. No, no, Ruben.
Don't
No.
do it, Ruben.
Somebody do not go to Robot Chicken. Don't do it. Somebody do not go to Robot Chicken.
You
Don't do
value
it.
your safety,
We don't
don't
need to be
you?
copyright right now.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, you chose violence off the bat. You chose three
Yeah, I did.
villains that were.
I don't give a hoot.
You have to understand if Mad Hatter can gets you in his collar and mind controls you, everyone else is fucked. So far, I'm the only person to pick one magical villain.
Oh, then you're gonna be in it for a hoot
Yeah,
and a
I'm
half
not
of
dealing with
mine.
magic. Well, the only thing close to any form of magic I'm dealing with is supernatural ghosts. Okay, that's it.
Well, you chose the box ghost. I chose freaking Clayface.
Yeah, you chose someone that you could talk down from their insanity. Well, isn't Clayface also getting like a? Sorry to go off topic, but isn't
No, he's getting a
Clayface
movie.
also
Yeah,
getting
he's
like
getting a
a?
movie. It's gonna be a. I think it's supposed to be either a horror or a horror type movie. So
I'm sorry. Valhalla, your list.
yeah, he is typing it right now. We're
Ah, my.
we're waiting for him to finish typing
Oh,
because I'm just trying to giving him time to type everything so he can be clear about it.
okay.
Honest, you literally have the most difficult list so far.
Yeah.
Do you disagree with me, Lux?
On who had the most dangerous rogues gallery?
At the current moment, it is somebody.
No, I'm gonna say you right now.
How? He has 3 heavy hitters.
Oh well,
Kingpin is
Kingpin,
just a better
Mystique,
version of Lex Luthor.
and yeah, you're right. Down the wall.
Freaking Mad Hatter. You people think Mad Hatter is a discount version of Riddler. No, he's a more insane version than Riddler. He's a scientist who went crazy. And his technology is to control people's minds. If you have watched the Batman the animated series, he literally messed with the mind of Batman, making him think Batman and Bruce Wayne were two separate beings. But being mindful, we're not even talking about the version of the one from the animated universe of the where he literally controlled Batman's mind and literally freaking the GOAT Alfred Pennyworth got a shotgun and shot him.
Well, no, I thought he punched him
No,
and he got electrified because of his equipment.
no, he did something. His brain blew up. All I know that Alfred mentioned he
Yeah,
died.
he punched him, and then something happened where he get slammed against the machinery, whatever, and then the switch went off, and then electrified his brain.
Either way, Alfred the GOAT. He is still the GOAT. Okay, arch enemy
Okay,
Ra's al
Roger
Ghul.
Ray Hallway,
Whoa.
Oh
Ra's
my
Ghul,
fucking god!
Wilson Fisk. Okay, so Josh and I got one David coming. Slade Wilson, Captain Boomerang, and
Who's your villain of the week? Captain
Mama.
Boomerang or Mammoth?
Please tell me Captain Boomerang, because
Please,
at
yeah,
least you got.
I'm on his side. Oh, thank God.
Okay, no, Josh got the Josh.
Yeah,
Not
yeah, no
Josh. I'm
question.
sorry. Valhalla, you got the
Yeah, I gave you the ability of
Valhalla.
I gave you weapon teleportation. I thought I gave you a
Oh
chest to
my god! I
survive.
don't think
I was
you make
thinking
it
something
back.
cool and powerful, and you can use memes. Yeah,
You,
you can
Valhalla,
you can chat a weapon so
you
you can
have
teleport. So you can use that part of your fighting
you
style.
have the strongest roles gallery so far. In my
Yes.
humble opinion.
Blade
Wilson Fisk
Fisk.
is just a Wilson Fisk being mindful already a arch nemesis villain. It's a secondary villain. Slade Wilson, same boat. And they
Now, Slade Wilson is willing to conquer down against a group of teenagers with superpowers just because something happened to his son. And he almost downright killed one
and
of
the
them.
problem
He
was
was
he
just
is
not
the
playing at
reason
the
for
time.
his son's death. And then let's not even
Okay.
talk about what he did to freaking he did in freaking oh let's not even talk about Slade Wilson.
Do not talk about the Judas contract.
I didn't even say the
We,
name, you did.
we do not talk about the Judas contract. Just know
Don't watch the Judas contract. Just don't watch
Valhalla almost got in trouble because of that. No. No.
Oh my god. I don't think he's winning. I think he's that you are dead ass getting folded.
Some weapons women, but like the
I
only way
didn't
I
look.
can see weapon teleportation
Look, my problem
is
is yeah. So
if
if he
he
has a
can
dagger, he can
teleport.
use the dagger to
If
teleport. So
he
if
can,
somebody attacks him, he throws the dagger back and then he teleports backwards. No, you use any weapon to teleport. So let's say you have a sword, you throw your sword and then you teleport, grab it, and then you can swing with it. It's kind of like freaking Final Fantasy 15's main protagonist power.
Noctis.
Yeah.
or the fourth Hokage from Naruto.
Or
That too.
Minato from Naruto.
But I didn't just do it
I
with
will.
just daggers. I gave it weapons. And I was thinking more of a Noctis so he can have different range of weapons. But I wasn't expecting to see Raja Ghul, Wilson Fisk, or Slade Wilson.
Man's
I'm
gonna
just
have
playing my
first
D&D
off.
character. True Valhalla. That
Yeah,
is true.
I want to give you a fighting chance because I felt like you needed a
Fighting
fighting chance. I knew you were gonna make yourself difficult,
Ra's al Ghul.
but I wasn't expecting to see Raja Ghul, Wilson Fisk, and Slade Wilson.
Honestly, I would have just given Valhalla a green lantern ring and let him try.
I would have. My joke power was gonna be fuck. It was something else. I'm not gonna even say. Glad I didn't choose that. I want like let it be. Let me give him an ability that will be limited, but it's still good. And I thought of Noctis's power, so I was like, bet. I
Hell,
should
I
have
would have
just
said
told
the
him he's
gas
fucking Kryptonian, so he has a fighting chance. Jesus Christ. Batman wouldn't be able to beat this.
Hold on now. Wait.
No,
He
no,
handled
no,
Ra's
no, no,
al
no.
Ghul on a different occasions, okay? He
No,
handled Slade in the Arkham games. I'm
no.
sure
This
you
is
have
not
no
normal for
problem with
Batman because you put
Captain
Wilson Fisk.
Boomerang.
Wilson Fisk, if he came to DC, is running that whole enterprise, and Batman would not be able to because you would have to. He is a great detective, but this is we're talking about so much things that his hands are gonna be in. That even the government, DC government,
I
Marvel
know.
government, is
All
already
I know
has a
is
difficult time dealing with shit. Now you're gonna put the man who is above all that shit, and you gotta expect it. He will see if it's Ra's al Ghul, but bigger and more
all I
dangerous.
know. Yes.
Wait, but if you're
But the thing
fighting,
is, though, a blind man
Has
had
beaten
dealt with
him,
him
but
on
he has
multiple
not
occasions.
beaten him in court. Freaking Wilson Fisk became the mayor of New York.
Yes, he
what does
did.
that say about our? What does that say about the politics? Eh? Eh?
That's my whole point. Batman, if a blind man of Daredevil can beat him, Batman can beat him in a fist fight. Yeah, and he know this villains with powers,
To be fair, to give respect to Wilson Fisk, Doctor Doom once visited him,
and he
and
Doctor Moon crosses Wilson Fisk's
for
fucking
some
lane.
reason, Doctor Doom did something to piss off Wilson Fisk, and Wilson Fisk said, "Bet," folded him, and showed Doctor Doom, "You do not mess with Wilson Fisk."
Everybody knows when Spider-Man is pissed, he is
That's true.
dangerous. But
That's
you
true.
do not understand one thing. You do not understand one thing. We're not talking about Spider-Man. We're talking about some Spider-Man is stronger than Batman. That's not a question. But let me make this clear. They
Oh,
have
he said he's
yet
lying.
to truly convict this man to jail out in the main 616 universe. This man is the mayor of New York City.
By the way, it's a very nice Rose Gallery. And
You
hey, you
tr-
know what?
you
With your powers, I'll be rooting for you.
I am
Hell,
rooting
you
for
give
you
my guy
too.
a call. You give my
I
guy a
wish
call.
I
I'll
gave you
try my
something
best to get you
stronger.
some evidence.
Oh, the strongest to beat him.
Give
Because
me a call. I'll try my best to help you out, man. And just give me a
Oh
call.
yeah, no.
I will get some
No
evidence.
one's gonna disagree. We all
If I have invisible, I can go through
before
the
anything,
files
let's all agree.
while no
Can we
one
all
looking.
agree something real quick? We all can agree. We all like Wilson Fisk because him not just being a villain, but how strong he is on the political aspect and everything else. He's just that he is, if anything, he is the guy that you do not want to fuck with. And two of y'all want to fuck with him.
Man,
two of
me,
us.
I was just looking. Look here. Because of what happened last weekend, I was too pissed off of my uncle. So I need someone that can easily withstand my anger. So that's fine.
My whole thing is freaking. My whole thing is that Valhalla didn't choose Wilson Fisk as his main arch enemy. No, he said that's Ra's al Ghul. Wilson Fisk is just that guy I have to versus. I'm like, and then he said, I'm gonna also fight Deathstroke.
Yeah, that's just hard. You, as I said, that's like playing Pokemon in hard mode. Like
Pokemon doesn't
you
have
go
a
through
hard mode.
Pokemon Red and you pick Charmander as your starter. That's plus
It's
times 10.
it's saying you're gonna go play any freaking uh freaking freaking what's it Dark Souls game without no weapon.
Use
He
your
chose
straight
that.
hands.
The fact that Fisk is just your occasional run-in is still gonna scare me. I'm like, so we know so we know Valhalla is gonna be the power creep of this little group of heroes because good God, he said, I'm just gonna go up against, you know, this is just his regular Tuesday afternoon fighting the breakfast bunch of enemies.
All right. You know what? Who's the last one to go?
Oh hey, what's up? I guess. Haha, ha ha. Well, ah, ha 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 ha. Villains. Let me grab my gallery. The fact that ha 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 ha. See, my gallery of villains isn't the coolest on the planet. You know, I got
As long as none of them the dark side, you're good.
man, just like Valhalla, that's just my occasional run-in.
Excuse me, what?
I thought it'd be funny if I'm just he's not even a villain I want to fight. I'm like Moonlight, this man owes me money. That's why I'm bothering this guy. But technically my villain is Loki, God of Mischief. Because I ain't let his pranks slide too many times, you know? So, right, I got Loki, God of Mischief. You know, not the craziest of villains on the planet.
So we just need Stormbreaker. You should be good.
Yeah, depending on who gives me my powers, I hope I'm good. Uh, I got Poison Ivy.
Just don't eat her vegetables. Your mind should be fine.
Yeah, I'm kind of screwed at that point. I'm not a huge fan of salad. And I did put Darkseid here on the list because I said, why not?
Excuse me, what?
I
Excuse me, what?
I'm not. I wasn't joking. I did put Darkseid there because why not?
What? Okay,
Because I
well,
said, and I quote, "If I'm going down swinging, I at least want to say I fought Darkseid."
oh God, well, you know what? You got the hardest list. Enough
And it's
said.
just one guy. I
You said,
got
why did
Loki. I
Loki?
got Poison Ivy,
Uh huh.
Darkseid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh. Green Goblin.
So Marvel's Joker. Okay. Yeah, Jobs, you should feel better about your list. Absolutely. No, no problem, Holland. Indeed. Indeed. Oh boy, Lux decided to go on extreme
So then,
mode because I know at least three of his top hitters was either a global threat, universal threat, or universal threat.
yeah, because usually when I think of these what if scenarios, I always think of the implications of, oh, don't worry, I got my friends and my power cliche. We're all in the same universe, so I know if I'm fighting Darkseid, I'm calling in backup. But at least I'm going to throw a punch in before backup arrives.
But if he's an arch nemesis, then what
No, no,
friends
no, 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 no. My arch nemesis is not Darkseid.
is Loki?
Yep.
So you're Thor. You're basically Thor.
Only
Yes,
because I
someone gave
found
you
him
Thor
annoying.
powers.
I was torn between having Loki or Poison Ivy. Sure, it was because I was like, do I want to be Thor, or do I want to just say I'm just not a fan of plants? So I always bring like a little lighter whenever I see her. Just
Mm. All right, well, don't hurt her too bad. She already had to deal with her crazy girlfriend.
that just means I get that's just overtime pay for me. Light work.
I mean, the last thing you have to deal with is her and someone that tosses her salad.
That's somebody. Everybody. Ah, God, he said it. And we have witnesses now, so I don't have to sit here and go like, not like, what did he say? It's like, yeah, he said it, guys. I'm not alone here. Can't believe he said it with such fervor too.
um, I think that was only four that you mentioned, or was that? Yeah, that was only four.
Oh yeah. Uh my final villain, my villain of the week, Spider-Man.
Wait, what?
Yeah, said it.
What? Yeah, J. Jonah Jameson mixed with Thor?
No, all jokes aside, my fifth villain is Dormammu.
Well, okay, never mind that. Yep, you are. You. You look at the torturing yourself. All
I'm a
right, Lux,
throw
you
hands.
you you are you are number one in your villain gallery difficulty. That's
He cook. What's his power? I don't know. Who giving me my power?
you know what? I'll do it, man. I gotta give you a
Hold on.
power
Before
now.
you do, I just need to look at the list of who had who's the unfortunate soul who's given people powers. Bahar, you gave powers to someone.
Wait, what?
Someone you gave powers to
Wait, what was your rogue? I'm not. I had. I'm
you
sorry.
zoomed
Help me.
out.
What's your rogue gallery?
All right, let me go by the strong. Let me give you the big three that shook everyone. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Dohamaru, Darkseid, Loki, Poison Ivy. Did I say the Penguin?
Okay. Okay.
No,
You told me I gotta
All right.
help with this thing real quick, but you chose violence. Somehow you made Josh look like it's a pity party. Valhalla. Sorry, Valhalla.
with
In
great
my
power comes
case,
great responsibility. I'm just gonna keep fighting to the last. I'm gonna keep fighting until the war is won. I guess. Haha.
I'll just give Lux the Olden Force at this point. I know the power cosmic. Give him the power cosmic.
I'm just fighting.
Give it the
Just
power
fighting
cosmic. We
while
let
everything is on fire. The other- ah. Let's see. I said Joker, Poison Ivy, Dark Side. Oh right, Green Goblin was one of them. It
oh
was
yeah, Green. Yeah, you
Loki,
said
Poison Ivy, uh,
Green Goblin.
Green Goblin, and then we had Joke.
Dark.
Then we had Darkseid and Dohamaru. Just to balance out the fight. Got to keep it fair in my rogues gallery.
Okay. Okay. Uh,
Look, upon looking at yours, I'm like, I guess everyone chose,
just
pretty decent enemies. Me, I'm just gonna fight uh two-dimensional level threats. One who's always on fire, and one who's ready to take the world.
Josh, it can't be just watering the plants. It can't be just watering the plants because sometimes he can't eat greens. He can't eat greens. Cause God forbid, poison ivy decided to affect the
I'm
world
not a fan of
vegetation
greens.
again,
I'm fine with that.
or
Man,
beans, or beans, or
nah.
anything
I will have
that
to.
is
I will have to have a
made
sit
with
down with this
any
woman.
form of plant.
I will have a sit down with this woman. I swear, I will debate with her. Like, listen, gotta give me something. I like tacos and burritos.
Do you eat burgers with lettuce in it?
If it's offered, probably.
Do you eat ketchup?
Not all the time. I like other sauces. The whole variety is the spice of life.
So you do eat spices.
Mm-hmm.
That grows
I
off of
know.
plants too.
Yeah, oh, you know what? I'll be fine. I'll bring out my
your least,
award-winning smile and talk my way out of it.
in terms of your least threatening threat to your life
I know,
is
right? Poison Ivy
infested
is
with
my
the
biggest
green.
op. Darkseid, not a problem. Dohamaru, not a problem. Loki,
Goblin is
not a
like
problem.
the goblin
It's
is like
it's
Spider
the
Man's Joker.
redhead over there.
And you
Yeah,
know
and
how
I'm
much
not
the
and I'm
Joker
not
is
Spider Man.
Batman.
I will throw those hands. How dare him touch something I care about? See if I care about his safety afterwards. He will not talk me down from this whooping.
Okay, here's an older event called there was an older event where Osborn, aka Green Goblin, had control of Shield, and he had the Dark Avengers, and also involved in a situation with some Asgardians. And because of also during that event, the Void showed up.
Oh yeah, we can't get out of hand, but all I gotta do is drop the pesticide, or when in doubt, oh no, this candle I found conveniently placed here was lit. Whatever shall I do?
There are plants that are immune to being burned. In fact, there are
Well,
plants that live off of being burned.
well, Well, time to find the nearest vegetarians to say, all right, fight my battles for the sake of for the sake of justice.
And you
Let's
know
go to a
what's
monster truck
worse?
rally.
And you know what's worse? If she
Round
gets
up.
her hands on you, if she gets her hands on you, and if us as superheroes or whatever still have our daily weaknesses, aka you have a bad case of allergy towards pollen.
I know. That's why I said she's my biggest op. She's going to be the one to take me down. Not Darkseid, not Dohamaru, not Loki, not even the Goblin. I'm gonna lose to the redheaded green, and it's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be a double entendre with who I am. Oh, we
Shoot,
killed him.
if you man, if you want to deal with poison ivy though, you just gotta call Harley Quinn.
Yeah, you think I won't? I'll say, hey, you missed out on date night. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call my biggest plus one. Haha. But who's giving me
You
my powers? Because I honestly, if I'm running around with no powers and it's just me, I'm kind of folded, man.
as I said, if I end up giving you your powers, I'm giving you the power cosmic.
That's
I'm
fair.
giving you the power cosmic. It's just,
You just got to keep the fight balanced now at that point.
just give you the. I'm giving you the power cosmic at that point. Just say here. Okay, you need this. You need this. Hold on. The power cosmic and Doctor Strange are teaching you magic.
Ah, well, I can only get one, so we're gonna have to pray that the first power you give is gonna
No,
be not decent.
you won't get the magic. No, you just learn how to manipulate your power cosmic more efficiently. So this way you can fight against the Mamu too. Because all we did was just talk about what Poison Ivy can do. I didn't even dove in the dark side. We just dove into the Goblin a little bit and Poison Ivy. We didn't even go into the other three. Don't get me started on Loki. Loki is a trip and a half. But if you're lucky enough, you could just surprise them by putting them in a dimension and make them fall for 30 minutes.
Uh, Clown on Loki. Yes, that was my thought process right after. I hope the person that's giving me powers isn't gonna make me have the power to melt, because then I'm just boned here.
I don't know who giving you your powers, but that's just funny. If someone's missing, yeah, there you go. That's the question. There is cool.
No, because Clue gave you your powers, Valhalla. You gave someone his powers.
And I gave Clue his.
Wait a minute.
Yay!
If I think about it, I think I screwed up somewhere. Well, I guess I gotta talk to Lux about my own powers, huh?
or how about this? Use power generator. I'm sure Google can
Power
think of something.
generator,
Yeah, just find a web. I'm sure there's such thing as a power generator or superpower
super
generator.
power generator. Wow, Google, it's like you're paying attention to what's going on here better than our leader. All right, guys. I get one superpower, three superpowers, five superpowers, seven superpowers, or nine. We're gonna
Okay,
go
to
with the
be
one
fair,
because I'm pretty sure everyone got one superpower.
yeah, we have to stick at
Generate my
least.
power. Oh,
What
hey
is it?
guys. The powers that be that the magic googling powers have given me is stellar embrace. Harness the power of the stars to enhance physical abilities. and ignite attacks.
Okay, that. At least you could take care of the goblin, the green goblin, and poison ivy. But you are out of luck against the other three.
Because if I'm harnessing the powers of the sun, or I guess the stars,
But basically are sons.
then I'm already in trouble here because that's solar rays, solar power. Which I guess if I harness it enough, I could create like a cool solar beam. Funny thing is that I opened
Funny
up the
thing
save
is,
generator and it gave me photosynthesis. I guess we're teaming up with it. Oh nah. I
funny.
really thought we were gonna
You know
take it
what?
down. Nah. It
Not time for me to use it. Time for me to look into it. See, before I hold up.
was like the second thing that popped up on the list. Uh At
Time for me to
least
figure out what I did.
I mean technically speaking, I think I could just beat Loki, I guess.
Hold on.
Heck, I might be
Really?
able to throw hands with Dohamaru.
You know what's funny? Here's my power that I got from the website. This is funny.
Swear to God, if it's time travel. I swear to God, if it's time travel. Oh, photo. I'm Diet Superman. Wow, this is great. I'm just basically. I can't. I don't think it gives me the power to fly because I guess if we had to full deep dive into harnessing the power of stars, and it also said what is it saying and ignite attack. So basically, I could just start hitting people with solar punches and launch my. Hmm. If I'm able to produce like a projectile or hover using the power of stars, then maybe. I don't want to start power building here because I'm not starting the superhero
It
campaign.
looked like, you know what? You know what, Valhalla? It looked like we are teaming over Poison Ivy. Just go, hey!
Wait a
Hey!
minute. I'm guessing my biggest op from the friends I made along the way, huh? You know, it really would be my buddies.
No, we know we're joking. Worst of the worst against your road gallery, we gotta help you.
Nah, it's
We
okay. I understand where this is going.
gotta. Hmm.
It's
Oh,
okay. I
this
know.
is quiz. This is quiz of side note. There was this quiz that I took that will give you like an anime waifu, and I said, you know what? Let me just take it. Who did they give it me,
Oh,
right?
Lord.
Yeah.
Well, you
Oh
know what's
Lord,
about to happen.
right.
Send the link. I'm curious.
I will send the link in a minute. It's just I was so distraught of what it gave me after I took the quiz. It was, remember Future Diaries?
It gave you Mirai Yuki? Not Mirai Yuki.
The yandere chick.
Oh. Well, Ruben, you're boned, dude. I guess we
Yeah,
can no
yeah.
longer hang out. Yeah, Gasai, you know. You know Gasai. Yep, somebody once is no one is now somebody got.
And I said, no,
You'll be fine. I think you'll be
no,
fine. Just
no.
just no
I'd
longer
rather,
you can no longer hang out with us
I'd
unless
rather be
she's there.
okay, I'd rather be called Ichigo than have her.
No. Think of it like this. As long as you tell her you're hanging out with dudes 90% of your little time, you're safe. Your biggest op is if you're playing a game that involves other women, if you're not keeping her at the forefront of your mind, she'll look at you sideways. Uh, he hit the one line for the win. That ain't
you know,
right. He
you
didn't do
know.
this to him like that.
Okay, hold on.
We
Okay,
miss you,
no.
man. We're gonna miss you when you're gone.
I have the last two. Okay.
I
Ha ha.
remember somebody. He was a cool guy till that redhead showed up and got him. He was Gonzo. Oh, the irony.
Soon,
Oh,
Lynn,
the irony.
I'm gonna have to, soon, Lynn, I'm probably gonna take another quiz. Hopefully, I get a different result. 'Cause that's
Hold up,
ridiculous.
you better hand over this first one. I want to see how Valhalla handles it because usually he's the one dealing with all the yonders and campaigns, of course. Uh, to the audience and those that are watching, hopefully, the leader of the group shows back up.
Okay, here we
Or
go.
maybe stuck in a meeting with the at the throne of heroes.
Here we go, and done.
Ill, ill to this thumbnail. Oh nah. Huh. 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 Talk about extreme multitasking here. Huh. It's gonna be one of them type of quizzes, huh?
What am I walking into right now?
Oh, hello, crew. Welcome back.
What am I walking into?
I don't know if you want it. I don't know if I should explain it, dude.
I'm not going to even try to.
Well, first thing first, we were trying to figure out who will give Lux his power. So I said, you might well use a superpower generator since three of us already gave each other our powers, and Lux superpower is Stellar Embrace.
What's that? Is it a waifu power?
No, explain it.
Nah. With the power I have the power to harness the powers of the stars to basically infuse in my to enhance my abilities and ignite attacks.
Okay.
If you want to make a bigger joke, I basically have Hamon. I'm able to fight vampires, and I got the power to hit people with solar energy.
Lit. Are you guys doing Reddit things right now, or are you doing something else?
Well, we're doing a small quiz because somebody got did a waifu test, and his waifu is Gasai,
All right, you
and I'm
guys
sitting here like,
do you
well,
guys
rip
do the waifu
bozo, I
quiz.
guess.
I do apologize for the thing. I try to
Don't
do
worry
this.
about it. I
You
wouldn't
guys,
recommend talking about it.
okay?
It's on the
Just
call.
I will. You guys just
Gosh.
finish up the waifu quiz, and
One,
then we'll
two.
finish this episode because I know you guys got stuff to do later today.
Man, the broadcast open?
No, you guys are still good. It's still going.
Oh,
The episode. Yeah, I'm just helping out with stuff right now.
oh, okay, that makes sense.
The
Um,
weirdest setup. Mm.
so yeah, I gotta choose a different quiz sooner or later because I want to try again because I do not want to have my waifu be a crazy chick that will end up killing me in my sleep. No, no.
Well, she wouldn't technically kill you in your sleep. It's just you can never hang out with us without her being there. And if we never contact you again, we're probably dead.
Cause I can't be with her. Cause like that's just I don't understand. I call myself not picking. I call myself not picking the character that Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I call myself the same. I'm showing long black hair. What type of character? Why are you gonna be this character?
Ha ha.
Telling me to pick a different waifu quiz. Maybe this.
This is crazy. Huh?
What did you get?
Uh,
Oh,
Sawako Kuronuma.
where's she from again?
Mm. Given her art style, it does believe that she's looks like she's in a. Um,
Look her up on Google, like a picture or something, and post it in chat.
sure thing, I guess. At least I know I don't got a yandere. Haha.
Yeah. Now I took a different quiz, and it got me that girl that everyone's recently hating from Rent a Girlfriend. I just said, you know what? I'm not a fan of her either.
Well, we don't have the listen unless that's how the series ends. Then
I recently heard news.
can't be that bad.
It, I don't read the series, and I see people that read the series saying this series sucks now.
Huh? What are you guys talking about?
Small little anime tangent. Ruben got the rent a girlfriend as his wife, and he's already peeved.
Second waifu, and I'm
Make sure to put the results into the
it's
chat so the
Huh.
video can be shown. Don't hide it. Anyone who's doing the quiz,
I bet. Give me a second.
so they can see. You can say, hey, let them see it, because and then after this is segment is done, we will be.
Never mind. Valhalla is just constantly dealing with yandere. He's just like someone. But it's not my fault. I'm just living like Mary.
Oh,
why? But
I
see,
don't gotta deal with none of this craziness.
all right.
me,
So
man, Bahal, I feel your
what did you
pain,
get?
bro.
What did you
That's
get, Lux?
ridiculous.
I honestly
Lux,
feel bad for the guy, but it's not my fault. He's just
Lux, what
anyway.
did you get?
I got a cheesy romance anime character.
Put it
To
in
be
the
completely
chat.
honest, we're about to find out.
Take a screenshot and put it. Oh
I did, you darn
no,
dirty
I'm
ape.
talking to somebody.
Give me a minute. I'll post. I'll do that. Give me.
Yo, make sure the
Chizuru
FBI don't knock on
Mizuhara.
your door.
Okay, Chizuru Mizuhara. Isn't that the rent? No, Mizuhara is someone else.
Oh my god. Yo, Lux, make sure that the FBI ain't knocking on your door. All right.
There. That one right there.
Uh, I don't even know what anime this is from.
Rent a girlfriend.
Oh my god. All right, ladies and okay. Do you guys have anything else you want to say?
Uh, no matter what, it seems that 3 out of the 4 members of the room that's dealing with some type of yandere or crazy woman.
Yeah, we've been dealing with that shit for the longest time.
Meanwhile,
Me
I'm
in real
dealing
life
with
all the
nothing but
time.
normal. Let's go.
All right.
I mean, oh, so tragic for my fellow members. I apologize.
We will.
But it's
Next
not my fault.
next week we'll have a better episode. We'll have some Reddit things. And what is the assignment of the day this week, Vice Captain?
Uh, everyone pick your top three dangerous. Uh, you know what? Of the multiversal waifus, pick. You each got to pick three waifus, and we're gonna put them against each other, all four of us, and see which one will come out on top. It's gonna be a fair and balanced debate.
Remember, this will be this. All right,
In a fight
yeah,
or in like a relatable, dateable situation.
Yeah,
in a fight. So this week will be somebody
in a
give us
death
the outro.
battle.
Give us our outro, somebody.
Good night, everybody.
All right. Remember to like and subscribe, and
Deuces.
if you guys have anybody you want to put in it, put it in the comments down below.
And remember, everyone's waifu is trash, but let's see who's not as trashy.
Peace.